And joining us is one of the vendors from the High Street in San Fernando. Pleasant good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, we're not going to call her name, folks, because many of the vendors are afraid that they'll be victimized. So we're going to give you an update.
You will be victimized, especially from the police.
Oh my goodness, and that's what's going on. Now, just to make things clear, there has been some booths that were set up there. About 20 booths were constructed for the high street vendors, and they've been up since January of this year, and no one is there. Master Control, I don't know if we have the pictures. The homeless persons are sleeping there, and of course, washing it down every morning is a cost. So we have some folks, they of course, they were there, and then they moved to High Street, and these are the locations. Now they're fencing around the booths. That further expense is valued to be over $300,000. And there you have folks, homeless, using the booths and what have you. Tell me, what's the problem? Because we had the mayor on here some time back, and this is something that we discussed, but it seems to be still a hide-and-seek game with the vendors and the police, and the fact that many of the vendors have not gone to utilize these booths. What's going on?
Well, when the mayor came into office, he met Mr. Ravello, the last mayor, gave us 4 days on High Street to sell. Well, he decided that when he came into office, he said he wants no vending, so he had a meeting with the vendors. When he had the meeting with the vendors, we told him what went on and all these things. But he said we must move to Mocarapo Street because he wants no vending on High Street. We asked him to give us Mount Chagrin Street, the short street, because he said we have options, so we started to give him option. He said that he gave us for a little while until he finished building those things down there. And we must move to Mocarapo Street. We must pay $500 for 3 months moving to Mocarapo Street. Well, vendors decide that they're not going Mocarapo Street because down there is only vagrants, cocaine addicts, marijuana smokers, drinkers, all different sort of thing goes on Mocarapo Street, so they decide they're not going there. We called for a second meeting, we went in, we had discussions, the man is standing up on no, we have to go Mocarapo Street. He have no lighting, he have no water, he have no police post, he wasn't blocking it around, he had no, only vagrants sleeping in it, they're drinking rum on it, they're doing all kind of things. If we go down on Mocarapo Street, where will we put our goods when the rain falling? The rain falling inside the place and all. The vendors take over, the vagrants take over the whole settings. Right? When we decide, I put on my name for a booth. But when I decide that what I going down there to do, piano, toilet facilities, we have nothing, no accommodation. If you put down a bag down there, they will thief it and all, because it's only all kind of sort of activities going down there, incest, all kind of thing going on down Mocarapo Street. What we going down there for? We go down in the market already. Vendors went down in the market already. They sent us there, we went. When we went down there, everybody watching one and not $1. We try Mocarapo Street. They can't say nobody try. We try. And nothing doing. So we come back on, we move back on High Street. We move back on High Street. What you want us to do? Where we have a family to send. It have children going to school. It have people, children going to university. It have all kind of things. What the mayor wants us to do. We can't just sit down and relax. We have to get up and get. We have food to buy. After the COVID, it's real pressure.
There's also...
I told the mayor should give up a chance.
Well, let me ask you this, because we spoke to the mayor here on this program, and there's been zero tolerance as far as when it comes to any vending or plying of your trade outside of Mocarapo Street. He is making it quite clear. Yeah, he's making it quite clear that these facilities are good facilities. They spent a lot of money, according to what we've gotten here, $185,000 to construct 20 booths for you, which are the vendors. It has been up since earlier this year. Yes, homeless people are utilizing it because they're saying that you and the rest of vendors just simply don't want to go. And if you go, then the homeless is no longer going to be there, residing in these booths.
Well, when the mayor said that some of the vendors move off our street, some of the vendors selling where they live in, some of them selling by the junction where they live in, some of them home by the rent places. Not everybody can rent a place. It's 75 vendors, not 20. That is what I want to tell the mayor. It's 75 vendors, not 20 vendors.
So what does he expect the others to do if there's only 20 booths? So what are the rest supposed to do?
Well, I don't know. He's supposed to say that. And then you come up on our street and they put up all kind of pole with no vending sign. And they have the police running in and doing what they want. They come, I got a little squeezing by a store there. The lady, Miss Maria Morales, run in and take up the goods inside the people's store. Inside the people mall. And go on with it.
Let me ask you this as well, because we are getting information that they're saying that the reason why there's resistance by the vendors is because they're being told by the former mayor, who's Mr. Regrello, not to go there. Is there any truth to that?
There's no truth to that. Because I spoke to Mr. Regrello yesterday afternoon coming from the market, and he's begging us to go. That is have no truth in it. This mayor and Mr. Regrello have their own bacchanal going on, eh?
You see, my thing is this, and I know
they have their own beef.
Yeah, apparently that's a more political thing. You are looking at your livelihood. Along with the other vendors, the livelihood is what's important. Now, because what's going on here, there's, quite recently there's a report coming out of the corporation as far as money not being accounted for, what went on with Carnival. They say Carnival was a big bacchanal who got small prizes compared to when Regrello was there. I mean, so far that you've been interacting with this new mayor, how has it been?
Well, since we had meeting with him, we applied for next meeting and he said not talking to no vendors again. That is it. So we had never had a meeting again. But what I'm hearing is that the bandmen and them not satisfied with the payment that they get in. $7,000 cannot pay the people who play pan. Gayelle. Very Gayelle. He said that to Mr. Regrello. They were saying that Regrello, he said that they're missing money and all kind of things. Nobody are missing no money because when vendors go to pay, they have to pay the corporation. They're not paying it to Regrello. They have to go downstairs where people have gone pay the thing and go and pay. And when they don't get a receipt, then they carry it back in the corporation.
Let me ask you this. What is it going to take for you and the rest of vendors to occupy those booths on Mokrapo Street? What is it going to take for you to
well, I'm telling you something right now. I can't talk for the other vendors, but you see me, I on my way out.
You've given up?
I on my way home.
So you...
And if somebody vendors is 65 years and they want to go out there and pay the fool, like them. I on my way home. So I don't business with Mokrapo at all.
So this...
Next January 15th, I'll be 65 years and I'm leaving ice. And not one no boot.
So this has taken quite a toll on you that you're basically throwing in... This has taken quite a toll on you. You're giving up.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense. And the next thing again, well, let's say it's no political thing in this, but it looks like it's a political. It's a person sitting down in a polling station from 4 o'clock in the morning till 4 in the evening, till 2 o'clock next morning, and then I have to go through this.
Yeah, you have given quite a lot to your political party affiliated with the PNM. Do you feel as disappointed now that they've turned their backs on you?
I'm very disappointed in the mayor. Because the mayor was never so. I don't know if power gets in his head and he started to show himself. I'm disappointed in the mayor.
And every day now since you have been playing this, most of the vendors, this cat and mouse game with the police, has the police been lenient and understanding that you cannot ply your trade?
Some of the police is lenient, but there's a lady that called Maria Morad. She jumping out of van and just running in all the back of the mall where the people put their goods from the high street. It's people putting their goods all in the back of the mall. She running all in the back there and pick up people goods and carry them in front of the magistrate.
Have you been able to talk to anybody else, perhaps in the political arena, if not the political leader, Dr. Rowley, or maybe even Mr. Kazim Hussain, who is the Minister of Agriculture? I mean, he has quite some influence in San Fernando. Have you been able to talk to any of these individuals?
Well, I never reached them yet, but I tried to talk to all party group members. I tried to talk to all party group people, like president, vice president, secretary. I tried to talk to all party group members because I belong to party group 22. I belong to Koki.
Yeah, and they have basically
My
just...
MP is Mr. Manning.
And they have not
and
been...
I can't see Mr. Manning at all.
They haven't been receptive to you at all. They haven't been accommodating.
Well, I didn't see Mr. Manning since January. Because he hardly coming in the office these days.
Yeah.
Because they say to him that he's so busy. I spoke to the people inside the office and...
Yeah, this is something. I mean, so many people relying on this to ply their trade, send their children to school, grandchildren, carve out a living, and it's a cat and mouse game every day, and nobody could say exactly what's going to be done. Money has been spent, close to $200,000
yes,
to build
money has
those
been
boots.
spent for 20 vendors. What about the others? 20 from 75. And the Journal Association. The register of the association.
I know there's some structure there, and there's some people who are afraid to talk. I know somebody who was very voicerous, but she apparently has gone away. And many people are also being threatened, saying that if you come out and talk, you'll be embarrassing the administration and what have you. So what do they expect you and the rest of vendors to do? Just do nothing?
Well, they will always go home. Because coming home.
Well, a lot of money spent, and these boots are not being utilized. I hope everything works out.
Because a lot of money spent and these boots have not been utilized. Because the boots are there in the wrong place. Look what they're doing to the food vendors. Look what they put the food vendors. They're losing their money because some burning up all the apple and the grapes and the orange.
Yeah.
And the bananas, some burning the pineapple. Look what they're doing.
Yeah,
Nobody could like these things were going on here. Nobody. Mr. Revelo built a nice little place and put all them food vendors. He come and he break it down.
Let me ask you something. Do you think this is basically a political war rather than looking out for the interests of the vendors?
Well, what I am stating is that the mayor that now coming here, I don't know what beef he has with the former mayor. Because when we went to the thing, all he talking is about money loss and the fake money and the this, that, and the other.
Yeah, but that is not a conversation for the general public. There's somebody there who has to answer for that. What does that have to do with you making a living?
Exactly. The mayor say no vending and he put up a set of sign and vendors staying away. It's only about 6 or 7 vendors just be on high street. All the rest, some rent place and some staying home already.
Ma'am, I want to thank you for taking time out to talk about this evening. I know you're leaving. As you said, you're throwing in the towel. You've had enough. But there are vendors who really and truly rely on this, and I hope that something could be worked out because these boots are not making sense. A lot of money was spent to build them. There's a lot of money spent.
Not making sense.
Yeah.
Just imagine you want to put 2 person in a boot. Them that has space for 2 person. 2 cuts.
But let me ask you something. Has any vendors gone to use any of the boots at all? Anybody occupying the boots?
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
There's a fella down there who's selling herbs. There's a girl a vendor who went down there selling. She closed when 12 o'clock. She had to pack up and go home. I went down there too. I had to pack up and go home.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make
That
sense.
makes sense.
I really and truly wish you all the best. Stay strong. You could always reach out to us here on the Observer, and we'll continue to highlight your problems. But best of luck to you and the entire all the vendors out there.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
All the best to you too.
Same to you.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Very unfortunate. Close to $200,000 spent to construct 20 booths. You expect them to share the space in one booth, and you saw the size of the booths there. Master Control, once again, I mean, you see people sleeping there. This so much money, so much wastage. And these things have been up since January. We had the mayor on here. No problem going to Mokarapo Street, but you heard it for yourself. They say they cannot make a living down there. There's all kind of things going on down there, especially in the dark. And the homeless persons are sleeping there. And every morning, of course, it costs money because they have to wash down feces, wash down everything. That's costing money as well. And as well now, further expense. They're trying to put some wire around it, fabricating wire around these booths, and they say that's valued over $300,000 just to do that. And they have definitely, I don't know, and money, of course, not accounted for, has nothing to do with these vendors. These vendors are not the accounting officers in the corporation. They're simply trying to carve out a living. And you're hearing it for yourself. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate.